whenever I speak to women and identifying as a woman and being in in toxic workspaces or toxic academic settings, what I tend to notice often, the challenge is prioritizing ourselves, putting ourselves first. Speaking again to that enmeshment of kind of our personal work and school life boundaries and kind of blurring the lines, which unfortunately when I see and notice in women a lot is prioritizing ourselves last. So there really is a caretaking that happens in a very beautiful and authentic and natural organic way, and from a very nice place, but doesn't tend to the well-being of ourselves and taking care of ourselves first. So the pattern that I see whenever I see women kind of sticking in spaces where we avoid kind of speaking and advocating for ourselves and making clear boundaries with our jobs or in academic settings, is kind of the exacerbating this kind of placing ourselves not necessarily last, but not prioritizing our well-being. So it's something that I always try to empower women about, and just in my own experience, really. And it's something that happens very naturally. And I love to encourage and empower women to really advocate for themselves, advocate for their well-being, and advocate for their needs. And it's important to make sure that that is something that's a given and not something that is whenever you have a chance to, or whenever you get to speak to your boss, or whenever you get to speak to a professor, but whenever you have a chance to, the baseline for you is to prioritize yourself. And so empowering women in that space is something that's really important to me.